one of the things that kind of spurred me into wanting to cover this book specifically is this old article. Basically, well, I wouldn't say old article. It's about a year old, and for some reason it resurfaced recently. I don't know why or where. I was on Twitter, and it just like somebody just like pulled it up, and I was just like, I don't care at all about what you got to say when you decide to say something to the extent of Sonic should be gay, and here's why. Just real quick. Sonic isn't gay. That could be the rest of the video. That should be the end of the video right there. Sonic is not gay. Real simple. Short, sweet, to the point. He's not gay. As you guys can clearly see right here, the article itself was published back in like February last year. But I don't know why this article resurfaced on Twitter. I forgot who it was that like who said something on it, but it pissed me off enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to cover this. Basically what the article is saying is, well, he's never been that interested in Amy. And it's like, well, yeah, they kind of, that's fine. It's okay. And the article here, it says over the years, Amy Rose has made it her mission to bag Sonic as a husband. Okay. Not everybody can be a Chi-Chi. Sonic is smarter than Goku. It's fine. But, or rather not so much smarter. He's more, yeah, he's smarter than Goku. Fuck Goku. Anyway, she considers herself his girlfriend, chasing him through the games and keeping him safe. That's the problem. That's the problem, right? Is when you only look at it from like one angle, you don't see the overarching picture here, where she says, chase him through the games. You didn't read the books. You didn't watch the shows. You don't know who Sally Acorn is. The Princess Sally Acorn. You don't know who that is. You sure? You should read the books and just do a little deep dive and find out a bit, right? What ends up happening is there this article is basically saying, oh well, it's more of like a platonic friendship between the two of them from Sonic's perspective. It's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. He doesn't have any affinity towards Amy as an affinity towards Sally. They use like Korra the Last Airbender or whatever the fuck they wanted to call that series. They use like Korra context clues. It's like, oh, well, look at the body language on him. It's like, well, yeah, I think he just doesn't like her like that. He doesn't make those kind of moves with any guys, but like, let it be these weirdos that outline shit like this. While Sonic's natural chemistry with Amy seems to be a one-sided romantic dynamic, his relationship with Tails is something else entirely. Yeah. He treats him like a brother. It's crazy, right? It's crazy that, Sonic and Tails, two really good friends, can be brethren. It's like me and my homeboy. We cool as hell. Like we go to like different restaurants and stuff like that. I'm like, hey man, it's like 11 o'clock. You want to just go to Waffle House, go get something, and head back to the house and watch a movie? You're like, yeah. And play some games or something like that. Yeah, cool. But we don't fuck. Real simple. It's like, it's possible for two individuals in existence to coincide without having to be inside each other, right? It's like, what is this obsession that people have with making their fanfic real? Cut it out. Cut it out. Nobody wants that shit. Nobody's asking for that shit. That shit's weird. That's why people look at these fandoms as if like, they're degenerate and stuff like that. Like, you got your little Sonic personas and stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone who has like a hand in art and like Sonic the Hedgehog has drawn them like their own Sonic persona characters. Like I'm pretty sure everybody's done it at one point in time. But leave the fanfic in fan fiction. Like, that's it. Just leave it there. But the article continues. It's like, Tails is the boy next door and the sweet happy fox who brings joy to Sonic whenever he's around. Sonic's childhood friend perfectly complements him in both personality and action. The pair have a natural rapport and chemistry together, effortlessly seeming to know what the other needs and wants and needs. That's not entirely true. First off, second, Sonic runs everywhere and handles the issues. If it's something he can't handle, he hits Tails up and goes, I need something. He's like, all right, we'll see what we can work up. And Tails cooks some shit up because Tails is essentially a mechanic, an engineer. He builds things and he gets the devices or whatever he needs to Sonic so that Sonic can get the job done, because Tails is not the main fighter. Sonic is. That's called a player 2 to player 1. They work well because one complements the other in combat. Also, they don't sleep in the same bed. It's possible. Trust me, it's possible. But it continues. While Amy is very much a follower, Tails is very much a partner. A partner in crime. In taking down Robotnik and Eggman and Chaos and Infinity and Metal Sonic and so many others. Trying to remember who else it was. Metal Sonic, Mecha Sonic, like Shadow, like Team Dark, like or Team Shadow, I mean, like taking down, like, you know, the enemies. Taking down the enemies. That's what they do. They team up and go fight enemies. That's a thing, right? That's a thing. I don't understand what it like. That's tantamount to saying, oh well, Mario and Luigi, they're always like, Mario's kind of like the one that's always the courageous one, and Luigi's the one that's always scared but builds up the courage when it comes to like when his brother can't get the job done quite right. And Luigi's just like, all right, I gotta pull my big boy pants up and get the job done. So clearly they're fucking. Like, what kind of logic is that? What kind of fucking anyway. He has a lot of chemistry with Knuckles. That's the other thing they say. Here's the Anyway. While talking about Sonic's relationships, it would be remiss of us to not bring up Knuckles. Actually, it would be very miss of you, or whatever the fuck is the opposite of remiss. How about you just don't bring it up? Just leave it where it is. Trust me, nobody will be upset. No one. The people will be none the wiser. Whose banter with Sonic leads itself perfectly to it. See? They do this shit. They do this shit. Why? Not a single person asked for that shit. Now, people can speculate, sure. And people are like, oh, I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not something I really care for, but I guess I can see it. I mean, there's not really many other girls that are really mentioned in the series or in the shows or in the games or something like that. You know, like most of the female characters that people know are from the shows, which would be, you know, Cream, Cheese. Well, Cheese is a chow. But, you know, Cream, Amy, Rouge, Blaze, and Sticks. Like, those are like the few girls that most people know. And barely. People mostly know just Amy and Rouge. So, I mean, there's that. But nobody's, I mean, people probably they'd be like, oh, okay, I mean, maybe they just don't emphasize on relationships in the show that's about Sonic defeating Eggman and his robo mechanisms creations and taking down, you know, threats to the universe. Maybe that might be. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to keep it as, you know, action oriented as possible, because it's the man's catchphrase is Sonic Speed. Like, it's not Sonic Fucks. Like, what are y'all doing? Right? Like, cut it out. But nonetheless, it continues. I'm not even going to read the rest of that sentence because it just gets very fucking weird. But we could see this tension causing some issues between Tails and Sonic as well, with some rivalry for Sonic's affections coming into play. You see what these people are doing? this is what's allowed, right? This is back in 2020, but this is what's allowed as good journalism, good games journalism. Like, you sure you don't want to just keep this as a fanfic? Like, you can make it happen in fan fiction. Trust me. There's a very, very robust selection of Sonic fan fiction. I'm only laughing because I know this one of the most legendary fan fiction stories of all time. And I don't know, I might read through it on a live stream whenever I get to streaming or whatever. They have like a robust selection of fan fiction that you can go read everywhere, I guess you can say. Nobody who just enjoys the games wants that shit. Relax. Fucking relax. Right? And plus, people who watch the shows and play the games, the current games and stuff, they'll see Amy constantly going after Sonic and be like, one day she gonna get that. That's it. It ends there. They're not trying to imagine that shit up or anything like that. But they have plenty of these relationships. Like, I'm sure of it in fan fiction. Like, they got Sonic and Tails, they got Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic and Amy, Sonic and Rouge, Sonic and Vector, Sonic and Shadow, Sonic and Sally, Sonic and Eggman. Like, they got all of that shit, right? And they even got the shit, like, they even got it fluctuating between, like, maybe Knuckles and Tails or Knuckles and Amy or Tails and Amy. And trust me, they have something that suits your tastes in fan fiction. Go read fan fiction. Leave that shit out of the fucking canon. And you see here in the bottom paragraph, gay is the way. Okay. I'm not one to speak on anybody else's sexual preferences, I guess you can say. I'm not one to speak on someone else's preferences in general. If you're black and you like white people, or if you're a black man, just to be more specific, if you're a black man, you like white women, whatever. If you're a black man, you like Asian women, whatever. If you're a black man, you like white men, whatever. And it goes down a list all the way. Whatever you like, that's fine. But don't put that shit in something that it was never in the first place. If you want to build a story like that, make your own shit. Don't take something that's already in existence and switch it into something that you want it to be. That's what pisses the fans off. That's what makes us all mad. That's what created this whole, like, the gating community. Like, I guess gating, would it be gating culture? Nonetheless, that's how, you got Comics Gate and Metal Gate and Gamer Gate and all of these other gates, gating gate, sure, whatever. That's how all of this stuff happened, because somebody stepped in and said, I understand that it works like this, but I don't like, no, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. If you want to change some shit up, you're gonna have to step, all right? Nonetheless, look at this. Does Sonic kiss James Marsden? Like, what the fuck does that, why? Why does that matter? I'm not reading that shit. I'm just saying, why does any of this, why does it matter? First off, Sonic is a fictional character. James Marsden is not. I understand that, they made some real life and fiction shit, some fiction, non-fiction shit happening, like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit and stuff like that. Space Jam, sure. Not the LeBron one. Fuck that guy. But I understand that all of this stuff happened, or you can make it happen, sure, but, like, why is that a fucking article? Why does it fucking matter? And if you watch the movie, James Marsden's character is in a relationship. I think he's married in the movie. I think that's his wife, if I remember correctly. Or I think she ends up becoming his wife. I'd have to go back and watch the movie. I only saw it like once. Anyway, that's enough for right now. If you guys enjoy this, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see if there's anything else that I can cover. Until next time, you guys stay safe. It's real in these streets. And take it easy.